Hello, everyone, and welcome to my B1 Low Intermediate English course. In this module, you will learn the words during, for, and while, and their usage and difference. At the end, you will get to practice what you just learned with a few sample exercises. Let's get started. All right, so let's look at this chart quickly during versus for and while. So when we talk about during, we ask when, or we say when something is happening. So we have during plus a noun. For example, some people got lost during the journey. So, and then we have I will finish the novel during the summer break. So sometime within these events, that's why we say during. And then the word for, this means how long, a duration of time. So we have for plus a time period. For example, we have known each other for a long time. Um, or I waited for more than an hour, but I got tired and went home. So, okay, and then while, this means at the same time, two things happening at the same time. So while plus a subject and verb. Okay, for example, I had tea while you were in the shower. Or I always listen to the radio while I'm cleaning. All right. So, okay, so let's talk about during. So we use during plus a noun to talk about when something happens. With during, we answer the question when. So, for example, some people got lost during the journey, like in the table there. Or I will finish the novel during the summer break. So, sometime within the summer break. All right, and then most burglaries happen during the night. So, any time in the night, this means. All right, for. So we use for plus a length of time to say how long something happens. With for, we answer the question, how long? So, for example, we have known each other for a long time. Or I waited for more than an hour, then I finally left. So, and then we have he worked in this company for over 20 years. So for means how long these actions were happening. So, all right. Okay, while. So we use while plus a subject plus verb to talk about two things that are happening at the same time. For example, I had breakfast while you were in the shower, like in the table again there that you saw. Or I always listen to the radio while I'm cleaning. So, as you can see in this picture, two things happening. Or we have you shouldn't use your phone while you are driving because that's dangerous. And then we want to talk about during versus for. So, the difference between during and for is that during refers to when something happens, right? And for refers to how long this event happens. So let's compare these two here. Every day I run for an hour. So this means how long do you run for 1 hour? And then I usually run during the weekend. So, so we ask, when do you run? Yep, during the weekend. Okay. All right, so during versus while. So the main difference between during and while is that we use while plus a clause, subject plus verb, and we use during plus a noun. So we'll look at these sentences here. comparing. So we have I fell asleep during the film, or I fell asleep while I was watching the film. So two things at the same time, fell asleep and watching the film. And then we have she will be baking a lot of cakes during the holidays when the holiday time comes. Or she prepared dinner while she was baking cookies. So doing two things at once. Okay, so now we're going to move on to a few sample exercises and have some fun and see what we learned. Okay, so what we'll do is choose from this drop-down menu to complete these with during, for, or while. Number one, she has been sleeping 10 hours. So while, for, or during. Okay, so talking about a range of time, right? So if we chose the second one, for, that is correct. Two, I lived in London over 2 years. So which one would be correct? Okay, so we're talking about a length of time again. How long, right? So if we chose the last one, for, that is correct. Okay, three, I met George my trip to Barcelona. So while, during, or for? Okay, so this talks about um, when, right? What and what occasion? Okay, so if you chose the middle one, during, you are correct. All right, for, the singer fell ill. They were on tour. So during, while, or for? So so it's two things happening at the same time. Okay, so if you chose the middle one, while, that would be correct. So they were on tour, and at the same time, the singer got sick, fell ill. Okay, let's try one more here. She gets up at 6 and meditates an hour before going to work. All right, so during, while, or for. Okay, so we have a length of time. So if you chose the last one, for, that would be correct. Okay, exercise two. Let's see what we have here. So it's multiple choice. Okay, so first one, what goes in here? I cut my finger. I was cooking. So, all right, so two things happening, right? So if you chose option A, while, that would be the answer, while I was cooking. All right, two, he was texting his friends breakfast. Okay. Okay, so if you chose option B, during, that would be the correct answer. So during. All right. Three, she had an anxiety attack. The funeral. Okay, so we're wondering when she had this. Okay, so if you chose option B, during, that would be it. Okay, let's try one more here. She lived in a homeless shelter 2 years. Now we're looking at length of time or how long. So if you chose for option C, that would be correct. Okay, let's look at number three, exercise three, and see what that is. So this time we'll type the words in um, and well, we have to pay attention to the context and to know because. Okay, so number one, I can't concentrate if you keep talking. I'm trying to study. Okay, so, all right, so sounds like two things going on at once. So talking and studying, right? So while I'm trying to study. Okay, number 2, you can't take pictures. The ceremony. Okay, when can't you take pictures? All right, so during. All right. Number 3, I couldn't sleep 2 days. You know what goes here? Okay, length of time 4. All right, good job on these exercises. Showed that you paid good attention here. All right, well, I can help you learn to speak English with more confidence. I'm TESOL certified. I teach native U.S. English. I'm experienced in online tutoring, and I work with all learning levels and most age groups. So, whether you need help with grammar, speaking, vocabulary, or writing, or any other area, you've come to the right place. Well, thank you all for watching my video and happy learning.